Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Nunez. Today I'm going to read Princess Kim and Too Much Truth. This is a 2.6 grade level, which is about J through M on an F&P chart. Sometimes being too honest can hurt. Today's lesson, honesty. At school, Mrs. Della talked about telling the truth. It's important to be honest, she said. Sometimes telling the truth is hard, but it's the right thing to do. That night, Kim looked around her room and thought about her name. Ever since she was born, her family called her Princess, but she wasn't a real princess. It was time to pack up the pink. From now on, no matter what, I'm only going to tell the truth, Kim announced at breakfast. That sounds like a good plan, Princess, said Dad. Dad, please don't call me Princess anymore. Truthfully, I'm not, said Kim. Right, said Dad. Truth only. And by the way, your pancakes are sort of rubbery, said Kim. Dad looked surprised. They are? Have a good day, Kim, said Grandma Betty as she primped in the hall mirror. Do you like my new necklace? It's handmade. Kim looked up. She had to tell the truth. It looks like those slimy rocks from the bottom of my fish tank. Grandma Betty frowned. I think it's pretty. Grandma Betty handed Kim her princess backpack. I don't need that. I'm taking everything in this plain brown paper bag. Truthfully, it's much more me, said Kim. In fact, I'm getting rid of all my princess stuff. But you've always been a princess, said Grandma Betty. Not anymore, said Kim. Kim got on the school bus. Samantha was draped over the seat in the supermodel pose. Well, what do you think? Kim's eyes widened. Wow, you have a new hairstyle. Then the truth spilled out. It reminds me of Fifi, my Aunt Mary's poodle. Samantha sat up. Well, everyone else likes it. When Kim got to the schoolyard, everyone was admiring Violet's new boots. They were covered with orange and green frogs. Aren't these the coolest boots you've ever seen? Asked Violet. I hate frogs, Kim said. Violet looked shocked. How can anyone hate frogs? It's the truth, said Kim. Frogs are yucky. I think frogs are great. They can jump in puddles just like this, said Violet. Splash. As they walked into class, Mrs. Della followed with a mop. Who's tracking mud on the floor? Out of Kim's mouth came more truth. It's Violet in her frog boots. Everyone stared at Kim. Tattletale, said Abby. Well, I can't lie, said Kim. From now on, I'm only telling the truth. And Kim told the truth all morning. In music class, when the teacher introduced them to classical music, Kim said, it's so boring, I'm falling asleep. In art class, when Sarah showed Kim her wire sculpture, Kim said, it looks like moldy spaghetti. Oh, said Sarah sadly. Then the class shared their poetry paintings. Everyone tacked a painting on the board. Kevin went first and read, blast off, high, to touch the sky. Fly so far, touch a star. The kids all clapped. Great job, said Mrs. Della. She turned to the class. Any comments? I like your costume, said Justin. I love the purple sky, commented Violet. Kim took a long look at the painting. She had to tell the truth. No one can touch a star, and you're not really an astronaut. Mrs. Della gave Kim a stern look. She made a zip your mouth motion. Kim zipped her mouth. She looked at Kevin. He had his head down. Kim thought hard. She didn't get it. She told the truth, hadn't she? I was pretending to be an astronaut, like you pretend to be a princess, said Kevin. It's just for fun. Just then, there was a commotion in the back of the classroom. Everyone was oohing and awing. Kim, come see. Mrs. Bell is visiting with her brand new baby, called Riley. Kim followed. She is so cute, cooed Jason. Look at those tiny fingers, said Samantha. Kim just stood there staring. The baby was squishy and drooling and making funny faces. What do you think, Kim? Isn't she adorable? Asked Mrs. Bell. Kim closed her eyes. She tried to keep her mouth zipped, but out came the truth. That is the ugliest baby I have ever seen. The whole class gasped. Mrs. Bell looked like she was about to cry. Did she just say that? Mrs. Della came running over. Who started this ruckus? She asked. No one said a word. Kim knew that she had to tell the truth. Softly, she said, I did. Mrs. Della took Kim aside. What's going on with you today? Kim looked up. Yesterday, you told us how important it is to be honest, to tell the truth. Yes, I did. Telling the truth is very important. But telling the truth is what caused the ruckus, interrupted Kim. I told the truth. I told Mrs. Bell that her baby was kind of, ugly. Oh, Kim, Mrs. Dell said, telling the truth doesn't mean you say everything you're thinking. You might hurt people's feelings. The class settled down for snacks. Kim sat next to Violet. Telling the truth is just not working out, said Kim. All the kids hate me. To tell the truth, I don't like Kevin's painting either, whispered Violet. You said you did, said Kim. You lied. I didn't lie, explained Violet. I said I love the purple sky, and I do. Purple is my favorite color. After all, my name is Violet. I didn't want to hurt Kevin's feelings, so I told him one single thing I liked about his painting. One single thing? That's a good idea, said Kim. It's not lying at all, and it doesn't hurt anyone's feelings. Kim looked at Violet's boots. Well, I don't like the frogs on your boots, but I do like the way you can jump in puddles, and that's the truth, Violet smiled. Kim turned to Kevin. Kevin, I like the spaceship in your painting. It makes me want to fly to the moon. Thanks, said Kevin. Then Kim walked over to the baby. I'm sorry, Mrs. Bell. Kim got closer. I think your baby smells nice, like flowers. That's kind of you, said Mrs. Bell. The truth is, she doesn't always smell nice, but we focus on the good things. Would you like to hold her? Sure, said Kim. That night, Kim told Grandma Betty about her day. You know, Grandma, Kim said, I really like the colors in your fish tank rock necklace. Thank you, said Grandma Betty. Kim looked at the box of princess stuff. And Grandma, can I still pretend to be a princess sometimes? It's not lying. You sure can, said Grandma Betty. Princess Kim, let's unpack the pink. Yippee!